And I have had a very exhaustive plan on my website with respect to a plan to get us out of Iraq. Number one, we should lead once again in peace. We have to have an international peace conference under the auspices of the UN Security Council that brings in all of the regional powers to discuss peace in Iraq. The surrounding countries in Iraq have a vested interest. They do not want Iraq to deteriorate. That's number one. Number two, we start redeploying our troops. Let them protect the borders. Let them go after terrorists wherever they exist. And number three, let them train. The military surge has resulted in a reduction in training. We can't do both. We don't have enough troops, folks. So that's the second part that we should do. We then have to get the redeployment of our troops calibrated with the Iraqi government standing up and taking control of their own government. They have to meet the benchmarks which they established. We did not establish these, both economic and political benchmarks, such as the oil sharing, such as political elections in the regions, such as setting forth the bills that they need for commerce within their own country. These things need to be done within Iraq, and their people have to do it. And if we continue down the road we're going to continue to put our young men and women in harm's way for the mistakes of this administration. I do think you have to look at it as to how we got in, because we have to say what were our objectives. And the objective, first of all, was to free Iraq. And then we were going to have a national unity government, then a reconciliation government. Then we were going to provide space for the government to stand up. None of these things have worked. Iraqis have to take over their own civil war. How has it hurt us? $1 trillion. Just think what we could do. We could educate every single child in this country, every teenager, for a full four-year college education, room, board, tuition, incidentals, for free with $520 billion. What we spent already in Iraq. And how's it going to affect us? $180 billion, folks, for the next year, the next fiscal year, off budget. That's in addition to an 11% increase in the defense budget.